week we are taking a look at my favourite collection, my favourite set, quite possibly of all time, and asking, do I have a complete collection? Only one way to find out. So for this video I am not going to use my face cam because there's not much space to put my mug on the screen right now. So I keep all my collections in these lovely Voltex binders. I do have a promo code on the bottom of the screen there. Not sure if it still works. I think it may have been deactivated, so try it, let me know, and get yourself 10% off one of these absolutely astounding binders. I always buy the 12 tour page view just because they look fantastic, but they do come with the caveat that it doesn't always show up on camera that well. So what we got here is not a basic set, not a master set, but an expert set. What does that mean? So your basic set, one of every single card. Your master set, one of every single card, and the reverse holos. Your expert set, one of every card, one of every reverse holo, and one of anything else that sort of fits in with the set numbers. So prime example, Bulbasaur, reverse Bulbasaur, and this will be the first card we show off, which is quite a pricey one, I believe. 151 stamp Bulbasaur. As you may have noticed, with some of them, they have gone a little bit overboard, i.e. why we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right, 5 Charmanders. So, first two will always be your standard, then the reverse. Next up, we've got the GameStop Charmander right here. And this one is actually quite expensive in the UK at the moment. Not sure what the American pricing is, but this is the EB Games one, which is essentially your GameStop, but in Canada.
Oh, Canada! That's not good. And
lastly, the most recent one is the Cosmo Holofoil Charmander, which we got in the Charizard EX Super Premium Collection. So you'll expect to see many more things like that. Of course, Squirtle, we haven't got all that much for Squirtle, but we do have the Pokemon stamp Squirtle right there, which at one point was nearly as much as the, what was it, not the Elite Trainer box, the Ultra Premium Collection. So that's fetching a pretty penny. Moving on, your standards. The next sort of worthwhile card to point out is this one, the Pokemon Together Pikachu, with that lovely, lovely gold stamp there. This one did come as a pair, and we keep going on. We'll see its counterpart a little bit later. As you can see, we are not missing a single thing in this binder. Got every single standard and reverse holo for each of the cards. Some of them did take me a good while to get. Here you can see we've got the Abra and Kadabra. We've got a third version of those. The Abra and Kadabra both came from the Alakazam EX box for 151. Still going along, and we've got no more, I would say, special cards here. Now here is an area where there might be some contention. I'm not entirely sure on this, but there is rumours and word of a extra Voltorb from this set. That one being one of the Professor Program stamped cards, which are very hard to come by. Now, I'm not sure if it's real, or an early leak, or maybe completely just a hoax, because I've only seen one picture of it, and none of the set listing websites have it on there. So perhaps it's just not a thing. Or maybe it was a really early leak. Of course, I do like to keep my slip inserts in the binders where I can. Of course, they do get a little bit tattered over time. Now the Cypher reverse holo, I hear a lot of people saying they had struggles pulling that one. I have to agree, I had to buy that one myself because I just could not pull it. Now earlier we did show you the Pikachu and I said I'll show you its counterpart, and here we go. Where there's Pikachu, there must also be Eevee, and there's the Eevee with the Pokemon Together stamp. I am going to have to re-look at this though. Flareon, one I bought on eBay, and when it arrived, had that nasty little chewed up dog-eared corner there. So I will have to replace that one. Of course, could not stop by without seeing that Aerodactyl. Absolutely love it, because it is done by the legend himself, Shinji Kanda. Again, all the 151, I opened nothing but 151 solidly for a whole month on this channel. Could not pull an Aerodactyl. I got sent this one by my good friend Andy, so thank you Andy, I love it, one of my all-time favourite cards. Speaking of all-time favourites though, let's just take a moment to appreciate this Mewtwo here. This is a Akira Igawa artwork, and I do not think Mewtwo has ever looked more powerful or more sinister. Here we move on to the trainer cards. Not much to note, but then we get onto the goodies. As you can see, we've got the whole lot here. So we'll go through the illustration rares first. We've got the Bulbasaur. We got the Ivysaur. We got the Charmander, Charmeleon, Squirtle, Wartortle, Caterpie. We got the Pikachu here, which, if you look in the artwork, you may spot a few extra little Pokemon, including Growlithe, Nidoran male and female, Pidgeys, Butterfree. So quite a few there. The more you look at it, the more you'll see. Great card. We got the Nidoking. Got the Psy Duck. It's quite small on the artwork, which is quite fantastic, that one. We got the Poliwhirl, which I have pulled multiple times in Japanese. Got the Machoke, Tangler, the creepy Mr. Mimes in the park, plotting some sort of evil. What evil? Omanyte and Dragonair. Then we move on to the full art cards. You got your Venusaur, you got your Charizard, Blastoise, fairly standard affair. Then the Arbok, Ninetales, Wigglytuff, Alakazam, Golem, Kangaskhan, Jinx, Zapdos, and Mew. Then you go on to the full art trainers anyway. Bill's Transfer, Daisy's Help, Erica's Invitation, and Giovanni's Charisma. Now let's take a little look at the big cards, which, as you may know, this set has been having a little bit of a spike in price recently. We've got the Venusaur EX. This is the money card at the moment from the set, which is the Charizard EX, although I think recent prices, at least before the spike, had the EB Games stamp Charmander at a little bit higher. It's probably changed since the spike though. So gutted with the Charizard. Pulled it, just wasn't on camera. One time I opened something off camera and it is a card like that. I'm just going to open up this pack of 151 off camera. I'll still do the camera trick. Oh, I got a shiny Engie. That's amazing. Best thing ever. Yeah, I really do like 151. Great set. Best one. I wonder if they're going to do a 251. That'd be something, wouldn't it? Yeah, Paldean Weeper's pretty cool. Oh my god! Oh, best thing I've ever pulled, and it's not on camera. Ah! There we go. We've got the Blastoise EX. This one, as far as the full arts go from this set, full arts, what am I talking about? Special illustration rares go from this set, is actually the cheapest one, surprisingly. Actually, I don't know, considering what he's got to be up against, maybe not so surprising. The Alakazam EX. Because the only other Pokemon that is a special illustration rare in this set is Zapdos EX. Now everyone likes a good legendary, and this is 3 legendaries for the price of 1. And then you've got your Erica's Invitation, which was pretty much the big money card when this set was released in Japan. Giovanni's Charisma, with Persian there, which, yeah, seeing as we might be getting a proper rocket set coming up, we might see that one go up in value a little bit more. Then the gold cards, you know me, I love a good gold card. And we've got 3 fantastic ones right here. We got the Mew EX, we got Switch, and we got Basic Energy, Psychic Styly. That is it. Other than all of the beautiful holos we got, I try to make sure each one of these has at least 4 swells on them. As you can see here, 1, 2, 3, and there's 4 somewhere in the corner there. There we go, 4. So, just because I like me swells, reminds me of the old school Pokemon cards. But is that the entire set? Let's have a look. So there we have it. That is the most complete 151 collection I can possibly make for now. Officially, what are we looking at right now? We're looking at that. 100, 100, 100. Is 100% really 100%? As mentioned earlier in the video, this Voltorb card, that Professor's Program Voltorb card, is one of approximately 100 to 120 ever made. Sales of it have gone for close to $1,000.
But wait! There's more!
There's also a Cosmofoil Holo Pattern one of those, and only 12 were made. I don't think there's been any documented sales of them. So, for the hardcore collectors that want to do it on expert, like a lot of set listing websites, you'll probably want to ignore those cards. But don't worry, the fun still continues. Coming up in the new year, there's going to be a new 151 product released. Now, details at the moment, not 100% confirmed what's in it. It's expected to have about 10 to 12 packs, most likely 151 packs, which is going to be a welcome reprint and maybe bring the price down a little bit. However, there is also going to be free promos. I'm sure one's just going to be the sort of promo they normally do where they just change the picture ever so slightly out of EX or something like that. And the other 2 will probably be Cosmofoil Holos, which will unfortunately have to go into the set and means you have to move everything around again. Overall, while 151 is an incredible set and hands down quite possibly my favourite, I think if you want to start collecting 151, you've missed the bus. The prices are way too high and the products just aren't out there anymore. However, even if you're not aiming on collecting the set, I still say for the right price, if you can get your hands on a pack or two, open them up. Especially if you're an old guy like me, it gives you such a wave of nostalgia. Can you really put a price on that? Well, yeah, I definitely have a limit on that. Thanks for listening to me ramble on. And just so I know you've made it this far through the video, please leave a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time though, I've been Kev the Mankey, and you have been awesome. Thank you for watching today's video and for making it this far through it. If you enjoyed it, I've got 2 more right here for you. This one looks pretty good. This one's not bad either. Check them out.